Reprints, where are they? Everyone seems to be waiting on reprints, particularly, of course, of elite trainer boxes and the big ticket item of booster boxes. Like, where is our destined rivals reprint? I wanted to start today's video with a little bit of a story, but before we get into the story, a couple of quick little things. First one, this is one of those videos that there'll be no graphics up on the screen. This is a conversation piece, so as the saying goes, put it on in the car while you're going for a drive, put it in your headphones while you're going for a walk or at the gym, or, of course, if you're at home doing something around the house, pop it on the telly. And speaking of popping on the telly, there is some merchandise. You can pick it up down below, link to my store there. And of course, a big thank you to today's video sponsor, which is the Collector app. There will also be a link in the description to download that one. I'll go into some more detail on that in some other videos, but let's jump into it. Reprints, the words that are on everyone's tongue. It is difficult at the moment. And like I said, I want to start this off with a story. So like a lot of you, I don't have, well, like pretty much everyone watching this channel, I don't have access to distribution. Some people along the lines have thought I have. I don't. I'm in the exact same boat as you guys and girls watching, where I need to hop online and place pre-orders. I need to build relationships with local gaming stores, and one in particular I've built a decent enough relationship with that I can give him a buzz on the mobile and just say, "Hey mate, you got any product for me?" And the answer is always no. There is no Pokemon cards whatsoever, and that's pretty much how it's been the last 12 months. Occasionally we'll get something. Maybe it might have been, yep, I'm going to get some Prismatic Evolutions booster bundles in, or I'm going to get some 151 Blooming Waters in. But other than that, the last 12 months, it's literally been, Michael, all you can do is pre-order the new stuff. That's all it is. And just last week, I called him on Thursday or Friday. Hey mate, anything for me? Like, are we getting anything? Like, talk me through it. What have your conversations been with Australian distribution? And of course, this is Australia, by the way. I can't speak for other countries. But he said this: distribution told me there will be no reprints of any previous sets. Elite trainer boxes or booster boxes. None whatsoever. There will, he said, be reprints of those sets inside ancillary products. So whether it's collection boxes or other big ticket items, like, if there's ever premium collections coming out for certain sets, we're going to get, of course, older booster packs put in them. But he made it very clear, distribution told him for all of 2026, there is no reprints of anything. That includes all the way up to Phantasmal Flames and even Ascended Heroes Elite Trainer boxes. He said, I've been told I will not be getting any more Ascended Heroes Elite Trainer boxes for 2026. And I said, you know what, I get it. I get it that you might not be getting, anything Scarlet and Violet, like, no Destined Rivals booster boxes like we're all wanting. Or, of course, I get it, you're not going to get anything else early in rotation for this new block, like, Twilight Masquerade booster boxes or Stellar Crown booster boxes or even Surging Sparks booster boxes. But I said, it doesn't make sense that you're not going to get more Ascended Heroes. Like, I said, isn't it weird? Like, we rewind the clock back literally 12 months because Ascended Heroes was released about the same time that Prismatic Evolutions was last year. And we got multiple drops of Prismatic Evolutions. I was like, well, what's happened there? Like, just last year we got, Prismatic Evolutions Elite Trainer box, then a reprint of Prismatic Evolutions Elite Trainer boxes, and I could pick up more off you. Like, what's happened there? Why aren't we getting a reprint of Ascended Heroes Elite Trainer boxes this year? And he just said, well, my initial allocation was way bigger. My initial burst of Ascended Heroes was a lot more than what I ever got with Prismatic Evolutions. So you put together all the drops I got of Prismatic Evolutions Elite Trainer boxes throughout the year, and he's like, that was my initial allocation of Ascended Heroes. And his answer was simply that they're just focusing on the new sets. And that brings me to the next topic of this conversation about reprints and them not coming for 2026 is why. And I think that's the first answer to that question is this massive prioritization on new sets. So it's literally just every time I call up or go in and say, have you got any Pokemon for me? all you can do is pre-order the new sets, Michael. And that's exactly what he said to me last week when I was talking about, look, are we going to get another drop of Ascended Heroes Elite Trainer boxes, or is there anything late Scarlet and Violet coming? And the answer was just no and no. He said, just pre-order the new sets. Perfect Order is coming out. I can put you down for a few booster boxes of Perfect Order. Don't know what my allocation is going to be of it exactly. He said, like usual, it's probably going to get cut into pieces. And that's the second point I wanted to talk about, is with the why. So, okay, why? Why aren't we getting reprints of previous sets? The first point there is that they're prioritizing new sets. And they seem to be releasing a fairly big amount of it, but it seems a small amount. And here's the why. The small amount seems to be, the reason for that is just because there's so many new accounts, isn't there? Like, every man and his dog knows they can make serious profit off Pokemon cards at the moment. So there's just accounts popping up everywhere, whether it's online stores, brick and mortar, rip and shippers just saying that they can move product, maybe just to get their hands on some. And as a result, we have more accounts, and there's still the same amount of printing. I mean, that's what Pokemon have been saying, that the printers are on absolute full, and they're printing out as much of this stuff as they possibly can. And my sums suggest that. Like, we're still getting the same amount of cards. Destined Rivals, although we haven't got a reprint for it, or what seems like a decent reprint, is there still seems to be the same amount of cards out there. You know, you look at the graded cards from that Mewtwo, for argument's sake. I've done videos on this where I've done the sums and worked out roughly how many cards of Destined Rivals got printed from, you know, late 2024 through to 2025, and the sums check out. Like, it wasn't a short printed set. There was plenty of it printed. So it's just that there's more accounts, and if there's more accounts, everyone says it, of course, we're going to get a smaller slice of the pie, isn't it? Like, each account is going to get a smaller slice. And when I ask him, like, how many Perfect Order booster boxes can I get? Well, he goes, I don't know. Like, I don't know the allocation size of that set that I'm going to get. Like, it could be small, it could be big, it could be somewhere in the middle, but there's every chance, he said, whatever I get told I'm getting will probably get cut into half or a third. And it's crazy, isn't it? And of course, the third reason, and one of the biggest reasons as to why, is of course just demand. Like, it feels like everything's getting short printed, but in reality, it's not. We look at the numbers from, you know, even the numbers that the Pokemon Company International released, saying this is how many Pokemon cards were printed on this financial year or this calendar year. And it's the same as what it was the year before. It feels like there's less of it because there's more demand. It's as simple as that. The demand for Pokemon cards is absolutely insane. I know I've talked about it lots on this channel, but, you know, the rip and ship culture has been around for a while, but it's surely accelerated at a rapid rate. Like, if you don't see that, like, even so many other people I talk to, oh mate, like, I was on this last night and I ripped open some packs, and it's like, yeah, like, people that weren't even into the hobby before are doing that. So rise of rip and shippers, rise of YouTubers, of course, just surge and surge and surge in demand from everyone. And it's got to do with a lot of things. The artwork in the sets are phenomenal. The tiered chases we're seeing at the moment, this grading play that everyone wants to have a piece of, you know, a piece of the pie and history when it comes to cards. So, like, I suppose the final bit of this video before we get into the second final part of this video before we get into the final question, like, and my final question is, what does it mean? Like, what does it mean for you as an investor, which is predominantly what this channel is focused on, but also what does it mean for you as a collector moving forward? Of course, the last thing I wanted to mention is there is a new printing facility, and really the only statement we've been given from this new printing facility, which is supposed to be fully operational in some stage in 2027, so whether that's a year away or 18 months away or 11 months away, we don't know exactly, but it's supposed to be fully operational. Really, the only statement we've been told is this is to equal demand. The whole idea behind this printing facility is to relieve some of the supply issues we're having. It's as simple as that. Whether that happens or not, how it plays out, all those things are to be seen. But the big question to finish this video, so to summarize what we've been talking about, it looks like reprints are just not coming of booster boxes, elite trainer boxes. The why? Okay, Pokemon's prioritizing new sets. There's heaps of new accounts. There's also heaps and heaps of demand. And it just feels like we're getting lots of ancillary products, doesn't it? And look, I'm not going to go into the economics behind that, whether that's more profitable for the company. Like, they don't really release statements like that. It's all guesswork if we're having a guess at that. But there does seem to be a lot more ancillary products. There does seem to be a rise in holiday sets where you've got to buy more elite trainer boxes to get the same amount of packs as buying a booster box, all those things. But the big question comes down to, like, what does it mean for us moving forward? And with this supply issue we've seen from Scarlet and Violet, like, it's almost unheard of. But in the same vein, it's really not. So let me tell you another little story to end this video. Back at the start of 2020, when supply started getting scarce because of COVID and demand started rising, we weren't in the same vein that we're in now, because you could actually go into a shop and buy a booster box, or you could hop online and buy a booster box. But we're in a similar sort of place where, demand for products started outweighing supply. And I remember looking back at the start of Sword and Shield era, like, we're probably up to Darkness Ablaze had come out, Champion's Path had come out, and we're moving into Vivid Voltage being released. And I remember looking back at Sun and Moon sets. Like, I was looking back at Unified Minds, Cosmic Eclipse, Unbroken Bonds, even Team Up, and the prices in Australian dollars were roughly high 300s for Unified Minds, around $400 a booster box for Unbroken Bonds, about $400 to early 400s for Cosmic Eclipse, and about $600 for Team Up. Now, if I translate that to USD, it was about high 200s or mid 200s for Unified Minds, high 200s for Unbroken Bonds, about $300 for Cosmic Eclipse, and about $450 US for Team Up. And at the time, you'd look back and you just go, oh man, they're expensive. Like, why would I go back and invest in one of those? But you know what? We're in the exact same boat right now. And we're claiming, everything's so scarce and it's hard to get, and like, too many people are hoarding. There's so many scenarios being painted around, but we're pretty much the same depth. Like, once Perfect Order comes out, we're the same depth into Mega Evolution than Vivid Voltage was into Sword and Shield. And we look back at some of the sets during Scarlet and Violet and we go, where's the reprints coming? Like, we were saying the same thing back in Sword and Shield. When's the reprint coming of Cosmic Eclipse? When's the reprint coming of Team Up? And you know what? They just didn't come. And what makes everything so different now, that we just think we have this automatic right to so many reprints just hitting us that it's never going to end and we should be able to get everything at retail price, and we're going to be stuck in the same boat as what those sets were. Now, look, I'm not saying that the modern or the latter end of Scarlet and Violet is going to do the same as the latter end of Sun and Moon. Like, we're going to see Cosmic Eclipse and Team Up booster box prices, and there's reasons for that. More people store them away and there's just more supply. And overall, as a set, they have been printed more than what those Sun and Moon sets have, because we have also picked up Millennial Print Group during that time, and we are printing more cards than ever and more booster boxes than ever. But the point still remains that there is still, these $400 to $500 Australian dollar booster boxes like Journey Together, Stellar Crown, and we're sitting there and we're going, well, these are too dear, what the hell? Like, where's the reprints coming from? The same conversation was happening during Sword and Shield. And you know what? As we were moving into Scarlet and Violet, the same conversation was been having about the latter Sword and Shield sets. When's Astral Radiance getting its reprint? When's Lost Origin getting its reprint? It did get a small reprint, mind you. When's Silver Tempest getting its reprint? When's Evolving Skies getting its reprint? When's Brilliant Stars reprint coming out? And these boxes were all sitting around the same price. The same prices that those Sun and Moon boxes were sitting at. The same prices as what our Scarlet and Violet boxes are sitting at now that we're starting to move into Mega Evolution. I think we're kidding ourselves if we just think that we have this right to automatic reprints just forever and a day coming out of booster boxes. It's just not going to happen anymore. And I would be incredibly surprised, particularly the first half of Scarlet and Violet, if we see a reprint of any booster box. At this stage, I'm getting to the point where I'd be surprised if we see any reprints of any Scarlet and Violet booster boxes full stop. And look, different countries and different regions have different, obviously, access to different things, and things could change for different reasons. But this stage in Australia, being told no booster box reprints and no elite trainer boxes for any previous sets from Ascended Heroes back for all of 2026, gets me a little bit scared. Interesting though, like, in terms of what it means though, buy Scarlet and Violet, buy Sword and Shield. Like, these booster boxes are going to get expensive. I am always kicking myself for not buying Team Up when it was 650 Australian dollars. Look at it now. I'm Michael, this is Pokey Oz. Catch everyone next time.